Hey guys, so we are doing task 8, and just to go over this, it provides you some instructions here for encoding using msfvenom. It looks like these first two will not work if you just try simply encoding it multiple times, like let's say base64, or try a simple encryption plus XORing. It will not get past Defender. In order to get past Defender, what you're gonna have to do is use a custom payload. And they provide a sample here that you can use. So this is a C# script here. And they ask you to generate your custom payloads here with this code. So what we'll do is we'll copy this, and then I like to put on a little notepad where I then go and change some of the values. One of the values I simply change, and this is what you should be looking at. So let me go ahead and minimize this so you're looking at the correct stuff here. All right, so this last one here, that's where you want to focus your eyes on, where you have the LPORT, the LHOST, the LPORT, and then Windows x64 over shell TCP, and it's going to output it in C# payload. So this is cool. We're going to take that, we're going to throw that in a terminal. I recommend creating a folder called encrypted payload, and once we do that, you're going to see the output look like this. And this may confuse you because you're looking at all of this and you're like, what am I supposed to do with it? Well, if we look at the script here, I'll show you. And let me get you through this. And me showing you, you could like and subscribe, help the channel out so it can grow and I could get more views and make more videos. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna open up a new document. I'm gonna call this one whatever they want me to call it. We'll just call, let's see, what are we calling this thing? They call it Encryptor. To compile and execute the encoder, we use the following commands. Pretty straightforward. See, Encryptor.exe. Yeah, okay, gotcha. So this is Encryptor.cs. Okay, so I'm gonna go here, Encryptor.cs, because it's C# file. I'll go here. I'm just gonna paste that code that they provided. And here, it looks like I'm having issues pasting this in, so I might have to pause this real quick. All right. Yep, I had to grab this. Let me make the screen a little smaller, just kind of focus it on the area you need to see here. So this is the encoder, right? Is this the encryptor? Yeah, this is Encryptor.cs. So I'm gonna grab this code here, copy that, come over here, throw it in here, and let me move that up a little bit. There we go. And you can see we have this buff equals new bytes, and then we have some value here. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to replace that with the following, with whatever was in the terminal a second ago. So let me pull up the terminal. Here's the terminal. All right. And we can see that the new bytes is set to 460, so we can leave that alone. But everything in between the curly brackets, we're gonna want to copy that, okay? And I'm just gonna copy that. I'm gonna paste this in. Hopefully we don't have any issues with spaces and new lines and all that, because that could happen very easily. I'm just gonna delete whatever they have here and then paste in whatever I have, right? Like that. Looks like we might have some issues with the spaces, but well, I guess we'll see, right? Let's see here. So what I might want to do, yeah, this may get a little messy. Let's see here. Okay, kind of hover this over. All right, well, I guess we'll run it. We'll see if we run into any errors. We might. I might have to come in here and just get rid of all of these new lines and spaces and all that stuff, but hopefully not. Yep. All right. Oh yeah, so after doing that, we're going to save the file. And we have Encryptor.cs here. I'm going to come over here. I am then going to, it looks like they want you to compile it on the actual Windows computer. So sure, I guess we can go ahead and compile that. Let me go here. And I'll just RDC and or Ramina into it and see what that looks like. So I'm gonna start my machine here. All right, waiting for my machine to initialize. All right, that took a minute. I'm gonna get logged in here. 10.10.14.26. Yes. Right now, I'm just gonna put the username and password, which them and password. Okay, it's getting logged in here. I'm gonna press this little box in the corner. It's gonna expand my screen so I can see everything very easily. Looks a little cleaner. We're gonna expand this out. There we go. All right, we are up and running. Next thing to do is to see here, compile our encoder. So our encryptor. We'll go ahead and do that. Come here. I'm gonna try to find out where that encryptor is. It looks like it's in the tools CS file. Okay. So I have a tools. CS file. Here it is. Encryptor here. Oh man, there's a lot of stages going on here. Okay. So this is where we're gonna want to navigate to in our directory. And before we do that, well, we have the Encryptor.cs. So let me go ahead and go here to my extensions, file name extensions. You can see that there's a cs.encryptor there. Open that up. Okay. And essentially what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to copy our payload in here. And the nice thing is it says your raw shellcode should go here, right? So I'm gonna go here. And luckily, since I'm using this, I should be able to easily grab my payload from earlier. I know what we did earlier was we basically did this, but I have to redo it because I realized I should have just done it on the Windows computer since we got the pilot there. So I'm gonna just grab all of this. And it wants the raw code. So grab that, copy, and paste that in here. So just that, throw that in here. And there we have. But I would hope it will actually run because we can see it's a little bit out of those bounds here on the left. I don't think that'll be an issue because I could do this. So it obviously sees that this is all one huge payload. All right, cool. So don't have to change anything else. We probably should just be able to save this, close it out, and then carry on. Okay. So I'm gonna expand this, and then we're gonna open up our terminal. I have my file here. Click it here, and then copy the path. I type cd and enter the path. Since we have spaces, we have to have quotes so that the spaces don't break the command. And we're in the file. We could do a dir to see the files in there, and we can see the Encryptor.cs. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run their command, which will therefore encrypt the contents of the payload. Okay. Or actually, it won't encrypt it. It will compile it. What was I thinking about? Yeah, it's gonna compile that. Encryptor.cs. All right, and then what does it want us to do here? To compile it. It's saying that a file cannot be found in there for Encryptor.cs. Let me try running that again. Yeah, got it. All right, so it looks like it's spelled incorrectly here within their command. See how that's an E? And it's supposed to, well, apparently here it's an O. So we'll just change it real quick. Encryptor should be with an O. Okay. Or maybe they just threw that wrench in there and just hope that we all got lost. I don't know. Starting to be convinced that that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make me get lost. Okay. So I ran it. And it compiled this. Now we have an exe. So now that we have an exe, we can run the exe. Okay, run the exe. Oh, okay, it's not liking that because it's still got the E in there. It's supposed to be an O. Oh boy, here we go. Run it. All right, guys, it's giving us this base 64, what it looks like to be base 64. So next, since we have encoded the payload, we need to adjust our code so that it can be decoded, the shellcode, before it executes. To match the encoder, we will decode everything in reverse order. We encoded it, so we start by decoding the base 64 content and then continue by XORing the results with the same key we used in the encoder. Here's the payload code, and you can also get it on your Windows machine in this file here. So we're gonna have to put the base 64 here, right? So it looks like they already have a file there for us. Although I'd highly advise you to save these onto your attack box for future reference, because this is some good stuff here. All right, so we'll go here. We have the encodestatelist.cs. So just open that up. We are opened, and we will just grab that base 64 and place whatever they had in there. What happened to my command prompt? It just, okay, there we go. I was like, oh no, it's gone. All my hard work. All right, let's grab this. I'm just gonna copy it, Control C. Come over here. And, we have base 64 encoding. Where does it want me to replace it? Here you go. Your encrypted shellcode. Let's replace that. Come over here, make sure that's gone. Yep, that looks good. We're gonna save that. And we're just gonna close that. Right, we're gonna come here, and it looks like they're gonna want us to run some command to get that that file compiled. Run this command here. Luckily, this is not typed incorrectly, so we're not gonna run into any issues. If English is your second language, I can only imagine you're probably confused at this point because you just ran into that issue earlier. All right, so run it, and it compiled it. Perfect. Before we run our payload, let's start up an NC listener. After copying and executing our payload into the victim's machine, we should get a connection back as expected. Perfect. All right, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to come here, and we are simply going to start a netcat listener. Okay. We're going to do nc-lp443. Okay. Then we're going to come here, and we have the compiled file right there. And this is the moment of truth. Either I get this right, or I'm going to be on my computer for the next hour trying to figure out what the heck happened. All right. All right, guys. The stageless. And this is stageless because we don't have multiple stages. We're just running a simple payload, and it is executing and getting us that reverse shell that we need. So, moment of truth. Cross my fingers. Wait a second. That was the wrong one. I'm like, wait a second. That was the wrong one. Because that just opened up this. Danny, you're supposed to run the exe. Oh, thanks. Thank you. That's why we compiled it, right? That was the point of compiling it. All right, let's see. Oh, snaps. Look at that, guys. We got a shell. We bypass Defender. We bypass Defender. Yes. Now, I'm really curious as to see if this actually works. I might test this out later. See if it actually works on a real life system. I mean, I get it. Try hack me, they have their boxes. Really cool. But let's be honest. Some of this stuff you can't do in the real world because it just wouldn't work. If you could actually do this in the real world, this is some premium stuff right here. Okay. Not to say you should, guys. Come on. Think smart before you start trying this on people's computers. It's so easy to get caught these days, you know? All right. So we tried the technique, and they want us to now see if we can upload it to the AV software and get past the AV software. Let's try it. Let's see. So I'm gonna come here. Since we're re-logged in, I'm gonna go ahead and open up Google Chrome. We'll upload our stageless exe and see if we get past the good old AV software. I just opened Chrome under 1 gig virtual machine. Let's see how long it takes to open, if it ever opens. There we go. This is using the whole gig for sure. All right, there it is. And we have our CS file there, our stageless exe there. We will upload that. Cross your fingers. It's checking, no threads found. Wow, these AVs are useless. Useless, absolutely useless. Just playing. All right, so very cool, guys. Next we got Packers and blind finders. Let me just see how long that will take. Ooh. Okay, looks like we're gonna package this up a little bit. Ooh, this one's a little thick. It's got quite a few instructions there. I'm a little intimidated. All right. Well, guys, this is task 8. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video short, and we'll move on to the next one. Please like and subscribe if you like this content, because I'm the only one on the block that I know of that's gonna give you the commands, the flags, and walk you through the whole process from start to end. I see plenty of videos out there where they do not do that. Come on, just support the channel, like and subscribe, and I will continue to do that. All right, Danny out.